Hey, so today I'm just gonna do a little storytelling um, about the first black person I ever met who had lice. And guess what? Her name was me, Cara. So let's see. I'm just gonna be experimenting with some makeup that I have as well. But um, my daughter, my 2.5-year-old, went to daycare and she brought home lice. Yep. She brought home lice, y'all. It was no laughing matter. Let me fix the camera. Yeah. So she brought home lice, and it was traumatic. Like, as a black person, I have never encountered it in my entire life. I have 4 children total, 2 boys, 2 girls. The first 3 kids, the 2 boys and my eldest daughter, they're teenagers. You know, they're between 17 and 15. No, 17 and 14. And I was shocked, like you hear black people don't get lice, da 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 da. My children, they are, you hear that term Blasian, but they're really not quite Blasian. They're more like Blindian, Black and Indian, East Indian. My husband is from Trinidad and Tobago, and so my children, they have like a lot of biracial kids, really fine hair and ringlets, like really big ringlets on their face. On their face. Ha 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 ha. Well, what I just put on my face was the Clinique hydrating jelly. That's what just went on my face. But they have really big ringlets in their hair. And I usually always put coconut oil in the hair, but for some reason, this week, I guess it was summer, it's just a little lazy. My 2.5-year-old goes to daycare once a week for socialization. And I just sort of slapped her hair in a pony, not combing or detangling, sent her off to daycare. Needless to say, 3 days later, she came home scratching her head. She was scratching it crazy. This is my Lacombe sunscreen, if you guys can see that. It's a broad spectrum SPF 30. And she started itching. She was like this and scratching. And I was like, that's unusual. It's like, maybe she has an irritation. I did detangle her hair the day before with loads of the Walmart brand version of Tresemme conditioner. And I thought, oh, well, that must be, what it is. I left too much conditioner in her hair. It's irritating her scalp. So washed her hair. The next day, she's screaming, like crying bloody murder. And I don't know what the hell is going on with her. I really can't figure. So I think, could it be lice? I screened her hair. I don't know what lice looks like, but I thought that could be a solution. Y'all, I went online. They said put some conditioner. She's 2.5 years old. I don't want to put any chemicals in her hair. She's 2.5. So I'm like, natural ways to kill lice, right? And so I put lots of conditioner in it. I bought a lice comb, went through her head, thinking, okay, there, done. Y'all, I was a fool for thinking that. So thank God I have white friends. Oh my God, I've never been happier that I had wonderful white friends. And I called them up and I'm like, yo, has your kids ever had lice? And they were like, yeah, a few of them. So they told me how to deal with it naturally. So I was on the right track. But it was going to be a 2-week process of delousing her without chemicals. Oh my gosh. So every day I've been going through her head with conditioner and a knit comb, followed by a wash, followed by, before the conditioner, apple cider vinegar. I was using it actually in this spray bottle here. Apple cider vinegar, spraying her hair down to soften the glue of the knits. And rake the comb through it. And put the conditioner in and rake the comb through that. And then I put coconut oil. This stuff, that's what I was actually just putting in my hair. My coconut oil with some lavender oil and some tea tree oil and some mint oil, all in this tub. And that's what you see me rubbing through my hair. Because, yeah, remember I told you, first black person I know get lice? Me. Like, whole black, not partial, like my kids. Needless to say, I've been rubbing that through her hair, and then at night wrapping it in a plastic cap while she's sleeping and putting a scarf on her head to secure that bag on it and putting her to sleep. In the meantime, I got lice. She's now lice free. My other daughter, she picked it up because the baby used to sleep in her bed. She's now lice and knit free. My boys don't have it. I went through all of their curls and have been inspecting it off and on over the last 2 weeks. But my husband, that lucky bastard, he's bald. So he didn't have to worry at all. But every day, twice a day, I had been vacuuming the couches, all the sofas in my living room, the rugs, been steam mopping my floors, and cleaning the sanitizing the bathroom, doing laundry every single day, right away. Plus, I've been taking the pillows that were on my blanket, my bedding, and throwing those in the dryer for 30 minutes on super hot heat, high heat, to kill lice. And that's sort of been my world for the last 2 weeks. Well, a week ago, I found lice in my hair. And locks, well, that's no joke, right? So, needless to say, I freaked because I did not want to cut my locks off. No way at all. So, I've been growing these bad boys for 2.5 years. And I just, wasn't having that. So first I went online. I did the apple cider vinegar spray in my hair to loosen any knits if I may had any. My husband said he looked through my head, but I just felt like he was rushing through and not really giving it the attention it needed to find them. And just applying foundation right now. But I found 2 dead adult lice in my head at random times over the past week. And so I just figured they had to have been laying eggs. Apple cider vinegaring the shit out of my hair, soaking it with the apple cider vinegar, putting a plastic bag on it just to soften the glue, scrub my hair around, trying to loosen any knits that may be there, like each individual lock one by one. I went up into it because they kind of grow about, I don't know if y'all can see, but this far, if this is my scalp, like this much up. The knits, you'll find them in this range here. And they're so super tiny. Oh my God. They're so tiny and you can hardly ever see a lice crawling. So I did that. Then I flat ironed the crap out of my hair. Well, I blew dry my hair on high heat because they said that would help. Then I flat ironed it because they said high heat also can kill some live lice and sometimes the knits. So I took the flat iron and I went each lock individually from the base all the way up. Just taking care of that, trying to do that. Just freaking myself out, basically. Followed by lots of my coconut oil tea tree concoction. Drenched my locks in that. Wrapped it up in a plastic bag overnight. Put a scarf on that. Thinking I'm going to choke these suckers out. last night that didn't work. And last night about 10 o'clock, the lice came out to feast. And that was the first time I had irritation on my ears and the back of my neck, side of my face. They like to like live right here by your ear and bite you, and your ear turns like red and irritated. And it's kind of like a throbbing feel throughout your head as they're biting. So call my sister-in-law up. She happens to be white, and she has biracial kids, and her son had lice a couple months ago. Well, she said, put some dye in your hair. That usually does the trick, the ammonia. So now I have dyed my hair. My hair is like a brownish black, and but mostly brown. But I dyed my hair a dark black because it had the ammonia in it, and that's supposed to help. So we'll see. I mean, I've had, since I dyed my hair at midnight last night, I went to the Walmart, bought the dye, got that Garnier Fructis, that Nourish conditioning dye in the soft black, 2 bottles of that, and I drenched my hair from root to scalp. Well, root to scalp, that's like right here, but also to my ends. And just did that. Oh man, guys, y'all, that was crazy. It was super duper crazy. Foundation. This is Black Radiance in Biscay that I used. I'm not much of a makeup person at all. I just do it sometimes. Today, I'm trying to get some for my honey. Oh yeah, back to it. So I dyed my hair. I haven't felt any creepy crawlies. Tonight would be the test if I have the crap bitten out of me. But I do know that anything that was alive is dead. It's just probably a matter of nits. So eggs tend to hatch, after your eggs are laid, anywhere from, I think I read it was like 7 to 10 days. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But that's what I was reading. So usually if you do like a lice treatment, you need to wait 7 to 10 days after the first treatment to treat again to catch any hatchlings that hatch. Because it does take the baby louse time to grow. I think it's like 10 days or something to lay eggs. Don't quote me, check. But I do know that it's a few days before they are mature enough to start laying eggs of their own. And each louse can lay up to between 4 to 10 eggs a day. So you just want to make sure that you get them all out. This is some concealer. I don't really do this, but I figure I'd give it a try. I've been seeing, I have like under eye shit that I don't like. So I'm going to give this a go. And I really hate that. So, we'll see. Yeah. And I look funny. Okay, let's see here. I'm just going to pat this under. Ooh, I think this concealer is way too light for my skin, but we'll see. You know. Oh, this thing on contouring. I think I'm all for women embracing their natural beauty. If you've seen any of my videos, I hardly ever have makeup on. It has nothing to do with time. I just don't like a lot of stuff on my face. I don't think it's necessary. I love that my husband loves me just the way that I am. He met me natural, so when I do wear makeup, it's like, oh, what are we doing? Or what's special going on? But it's not like that's how he met me, so I got to keep on doing that to keep him kind of deal. I never had to worry about that. Like, if I wake up, would he recognize me? Stuff. Now, he did meet me with weaves and, not weaves, I never really did weaves, but like some glued in tracks, maybe a ponytail, something like that. He met me doing that type of stuff in high school, and the crochet hair. Ooh, that's made a comeback too. But I've never had to do a lot of makeup and, worried about him being afraid, like, oh, I got bamboozled kind of deal. Nothing like that. Oh, I think I like this. It's turning out good. So I guess the trick for me is putting on my foundation first and then the concealer versus what I did last time, which was the concealer and foundation in different spots. Oh, this is so much work. Well, I like the little lighting. I don't think you guys can see that, but I can, and it looks good. Okay. Let's see. That concealer was the Stay Matte by Rimmel. There you go. As you can see, I have an eclectic blend of makeup. So I got my lip liner here. This is an Essence Soft Contouring. What color? Number BOAGB. I'm just going to put a little bit of this lip liner on. Outlining my lip. Y'all. Anyways, I hope this lice thing is over with. It's so exhausting. I'm so over this. I mean, I keep my house clean every day, and I think that's a misconception that lice is for white people, and that if you get lice, you're dirty, and that can be nothing far from the truth. That's the farthest thing from the truth. And lice doesn't discriminate. I think black people get lice less because we often have chemicals in our hair, like relaxers, the grease. You remember that Blue Magic grease? Or the Blue Magic when they came out with the coconut oil one, or the Ultra Sheen, or hair products we have a lot of. And so lice actually really hate dirty hair. They super duper hate dirty hair. So they really like nice clean hair. And they prefer it. Because they can get to your scalp to get that blood, which is what they eat. They don't fly. They only like human blood in the scalp and on the ears and the back of the neck. Those little critters. But black hair comes in so many different types and textures, and from being fine to coarse to straight to coily to kinky. And it does make it harder on the coarse, coily side for them to climb up. But lice are prehistoric. They've been around forever. They have evolved just to feast off of our heads. So while there are lower occurrences in the black community of lice because of the things that we do for our hair, the type of products we put in our hair, and the type of love that our hair needs, especially if you're in a coarse, coily, kinky side, we need a lot of oil and moisture on our hair to get down to the ends of our hair. So lice really don't like that. But if you have the finer texture, or your children do, and it comes home, I'm proof, coarse, kinky, and locked, lice still got into my hair, and were feasting away on me. So we're not exempt. It's just the occurrences is low. But they say tea tree oil works really well. You can just put that in your hair oil that you're oiling your scalp with. You can put it in your shampoo, your conditioner if you co-wash. But you want to put it in there. You can mix some lavender, some mint, some rosemary essential oils in there. to take care of it, and it's a preventative. So just keep those things in mind. All right, y'all. Now, the best that my Mary Kay. Please don't ask me what color this is. I've had this thing from when I was a Mary Kay consultant. Like since, child. I sold Mary Kay 2006 all the way to 2009. And this was the a consultant pack with all the stuff that you could put in there. But this is my eyeshadow. I can't remember what this one's called. But this is my favorite kit they ever came out with. I wish they had sold it when I was a consultant to clients, because customers would always ask me if they could buy this from me. But, okay. Just keeping it natural here. Nothing spectacular. It's just a natural shimmery brown. Now, okay. So that's on my lids. Now I have this Mary Kay. It was a bronzer that they came out with. This one right here. So I'm going to use that. Just lightly. Alright, so pretty much done. Just gonna outline my face. There we go. I like the way that looks. Just keeping it nice and simple here. A little bit of eyeliner, and then I'll show you guys the finished results. But guys, life happens to us. Life happens. Shit happens. Life happens. Life and life happens. And almost done. I don't like liner on my upper eyelids anymore. Just putting it on my bottom. Alright. Let's see. There we go. I like that. Yeah. It's just like I said, I like things natural, so I'm going to keep it as such. Put a little highlighting shimmer here. Blend that in. Let's try the other side. It's just a little eyeshadow that shimmers. I'm just kind of weird like that. I use stuff all the time, multi-purpose things. And voila. Okay. A nice dewy, my lipstick. Look. There we go. Let's see. There we go. Just a nice natural look. My spouse will ask me, of course, later here. That's a better light. Just natural, just subtle. I don't do a lot. But like I said to you earlier, lice happens, life happens. It doesn't happen often to the Black community, but it does. And there's a lot of information out there. I hope just hearing my story, you could identify, relate if you've ever encountered it, or if you're the first Black person in your family to ever have it. Let me know. But y'all have a wonderful day.